We will start. So we are going to see a section called matrices.
Welcome to grade 11 class. Today we will be looking at matrices. Matrices used in IT sector. Now if you take matrices as data structures to track user information, perform search queries and manage databases, and also in the information security, many systems are designed to work with matrices. Moreover, if you take into geology, what applications of matrices, if you see there, matrices are used for making seismic surveys. They are used for plotting graphs, statistics, and also to do scientific studies and research in almost different fields.
You know what's the difference between matrices and matrix? Matrices means it's the plural. Matrix is the singular. This is singular. Matrices is the plural of that. We have something like this locus, right? And something called like this.
Plural of locus is loci.
These two are singular and plural. So something like this.
Radius is singular and radii is plural.
Because these words you should know, because you are writing exam, sometimes some words may come and confuse you. So what is matrices? Matrix, we will check. Identify the elements and the order of the matrix. And what we do, add, subtract matrices. And then we do multiply a matrix by an integer. Integer means you know what it is, right? Whole number, positive or negative. Integer. So multiplying a matrix by an integer, multiplying two matrices, and then solve problems related to matrices. All this can be done today itself. There is not much, of course. We don't get part 2 questions on this. Only we are getting part 1 questions. So very simple area, but you should know sometimes they may confuse you with some words. Now we have data like this. So 3 people have got for maths and science. What's the scores? So this score can be represented by this. We represent matrix like this in a bracket. So that means that's a matrix. So now we want to represent all this without putting much places, math, science, all these things. So we have just represented by this. That's all. Now let's say we have, see another example here is Cartesian plane where A and B points are there. So A is 105 and B is 43. So that can be given as a matrix like this, 0, 5, 4, 3. That's all, right? Just a representation of that. And then we have a variable P. We call this P as variable. Now, if you are studying programming languages in computers, most of the time they will say variable. So this is the variable. So we assign values to variables. So we can call the variables later. I hope if you didn't understand much, don't worry about that. I think it's not there for you. Order of matrix, let's see. Now we have this one. Now consider this matrix. We can see the rows. We can see the row here, the row 1, the row 2, and then we have the column 1, column 2, column 3. So this is 1, 2, 3 columns, 1, 2 rows. We always give this rows as first here like this, 2, and columns second. So it's a 2 into 3 matrix. This we say 2 by 3 matrix. So when we are saying the order, always check the rows first and then columns, right? This one you have to remember. And then we come to, we see like if you are just asked to write the order of this one, write the order of this, see like you can see number of rows here is 3, number of columns is 2, order of the matrix is 3 by 2. So same like this, see like we have the number of rows is 1, the number of columns is 3, order of the matrix is 1 by 3. So how this will come? 2 into 1, this one. So simple as that. So 2 into 1, 2 into 2. So always check the order with rows first and columns second. Right now we have row matrices, column matrices, and square matrices. We see this we call as a row matrix. We have only one row. So this one we call row matrix. And then we have only one column. So we call this as column matrix. This one we call a square matrix. Square matrix means rows and columns are equal. So can you just give me example of a square matrix? This is a square matrix of 2 by 2, right? So there I just wanted to check. That's all, like this is 2 ones enough. If you want to write 3, 4, 5, whatever the numbers, you can write. Now we have one more thing about this. Now we see like we have identity matrix and symmetric matrices. And then we have this one, diagonal. We see this we call diagonal. Diagonal we get only on square matrices. So this is we call diagonal here. So diagonal is defined only for square matrices. Most often diagonal is known as simply the diagonal. That's all. We don't call diagonal matrix or something like this. This is diagonal. That's all we call, right? The main diagonal of a square matrix order 2 is highlighted here. See, this is order 2. The matrix is order 2. Diagonal is highlighted here 2 and 3. You have any question on this? Now, if you take this one here, we can see this is a matrix of order 2 by 2. 2 by 2. We have in the diagonal 1, 1. This kind of matrix we call identity matrix. We call identity matrix. That's all. This is also identity matrix. This is also identity matrix, right? So that's it. Now, can you identify the special feature of this matrix is the question. Yeah, this is a square matrix, right? Square matrix is correct answer. And if you take here, x, see here, main diagonal of x, 0, 3, 0, and 5, elements around the main diagonal. See here, what do you feel about that? They are identical. We call that as symmetric matrix. They are symmetric, we call. So we have been coming across few, right? We have studied order of the matrix, right? Order of the matrix. And then we came across square matrix. And then we came across
identity matrix.
We are coming across symmetric matrices. So diagonal is dividing. So here also you see this diagonal, if you see these two places, we have the same people. That means this is a symmetric matrix. What about this one? What's special about Z? It is both symmetric and identical matrix. So these name them, all these questions didn't come in the part 1 still, but we never know. Sometimes they can come and ask a question like this, so we should know, right? So that's the idea. Now, if you take here this question, can you try this question? So write down the order of these. The following matrix is the question. So what is the order of this? 3 by 1. We can call a different name also. Okay, can you tell me which is identity matrices? Identity is E is agreed. You can say A, E, F, G. Good. Addition and subtraction of matrices, same like that. Now in this, nothing but we are just directly adding. Let's say we have two matrices. One is this one, another one is that one. Adding these two means you will just keep adding, that's all. Plus tx, y plus ty. So if I want to add these to A and B, you keep adding first, second, like this, same like this. 4 plus 1 is 5, 1 plus 6 is 7, same like this, nothing else. We will be only considering the number specifically. In short, we can see like this, see like x1 plus x1, x2, x4, x3, x4. You see like first one will be x1 plus y1, x2 plus y2, x3 plus y3, x4 plus y4, right? So this is how the addition, subtraction also same like this. This question comes, this is normally past papers have come on this. Now if I want to find out the subtraction of this a minus b, so we can check 5 minus 1 is 4, 9 minus 5 is 5, 2 minus 4 is 6 is minus 4, 3 minus 0 is 3. So that's how we do it. Right, can we find out x minus y means how much it is? 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, and 1, yes. And we have to put a bracket like this, that's all. Right, now equality of two matrices. Let's say these two matrices are equal. That means A, B, C, D can be given as A as 2, B as 3, C as 10, and D as 9. That's all. So if these two matrices are equal, then we can equate the corresponding elements. Can you try the question first one and the fourth one? What's the answers? 4, 4 and 9. This one, 1. Addition, no. What about this one? Third one here, minus 6, 2. This kind of question comes on these past paper questions. Right, now we have this one. Okay, can we try sixth question? Can you find x and z here? X, y, z. X, y, z you need to find out. X equals 3, z equals 1, right? Okay. So you can check, right? Like you can do like this also. 5 plus x equals 8. So x is going to be 3. Like this, you can take the equations and do, right? Is it correct? And I think x and y you can find in this also. There is no problem. I'm just leaving that. Now we come to this multiplication. Okay. Multiplication by a number. Nothing much. This we have this matrix. If you just want to multiply by a number, see this 5 we are multiplying with. So this 5 will go to every element of that. All right, that's all. So here minus 3 we are multiplying. It is going to every element like this. So very simple. You don't have to break your head. Only thing you have to remember is it's not going to one element or two element. It goes to every element of that, and it goes as multiplying. It's very simple. I think you are not making equations. You put equations, directly equations you put, you can do it. It's very simple. Got the answers? If I want to find x, because x is here, first one, so this becomes 2x, right? And corresponding person for me here is plus 15, right? And the other one is 5. So 2x plus 15 equals 5. So that means, as you said, x is minus 5 is correct. So 15 goes to the other side, minus 15. So minus 10. So x is going to be minus 5 is correct. And then if you want to find y is the first element. So I'll check here, this guy, and this one, right? So it's going to be 10 minus 3y equals 5. That means 3y goes to the other side, plus 3y. 5 comes to the other side, minus 5 is y equals to what is going to happen? 10 minus 5 equals 3y, no? Even if you take minus 10 to the other side, you would have got minus 3y equals 5 minus minus 10, no? So here is minus 5, here is minus 3y. So y is going to be minus 5 over minus 3. So 5 over 3. Same like this. Here also 5, 3y. Same like this. Minus or minus of plus, right? And I got a. Where is a? A guy is this one. For a, we have 18, all right? And I have minus 3a, and I have 0. That's all right. So 18 minus 3a equals 0. That means 3a I can take to the other side. A is going to be plus 3, plus 6, not minus 6. B. So B is, what is that? Minus 4, right? 4 into minus 2. 2 into 2 is minus 4. And then minus 12 and equals to B, right? Yeah, B is minus 16 is correct. Multiplication. Here, the difference is this one. We multiply, see, take this row and multiply by the column. That's how we multiply and add. A into x, A into x, ax, plus c into y, add that, right? Then we come to the second row, b into x, plus d into y, and we get the second row. Now the example we'll see like this also. We can say, if we have these two people, row and column, multiplying, see, a1 b1 plus a2 b2. This is 2 into 1, 1 into 2, 1 into 2 and 2 into 1 matrices multiplied. It will come as 1 into 1 matrix. Always start with rows, and you have to multiply on this other side columns. That's the important thing you have to remember. Okay, we'll try questions here. This one example, we have a into b, I want to find out. So 5 into 3, 15, and 2 into 1, 2 added, you got 17. This is your answer, nothing else. This is the answer. We'll check a little bigger questions. Okay, can we try this question? Now, what we said, like, okay, now we have one row, right? Will be multiplied by this column. That answer we will get in this answer. This is the first one. This guy we will get. And if I want the second guy here, this person, then I'll have to multiply the first one by this guy. then I'll get this person. It works like that. Okay. What's the first element? You have to multiply and add. You have to multiply and add. First element is 26. First row, second element 44, 33, 59. Let's check the answer. Yes. So you understood, right? And the first row, first column will give me the first element. This is the important thing you have to remember. If I want to find this guy, I need to multiply the first row and the second column here on this. That's the important thing you have to remember. If you have understood that, then yes, you will be able to find the answer, right? We have some more examples here. Can we try this question number 4 here? What's the answer? Like it's a column matrix or row matrix? It's a row matrix. So 12, 1. Let's say, okay, 5, these two together and these two together. That means 2 plus 10 is 12. And then I have the other guy, 1, 1 plus 0, right? So 12 and 1, good. Can we try this question, 10th one? 12 and minus 13. Let's think of that. Okay, these two is together, this one means plus 6 plus 6, 12, yes, correct. And then I have minus 4, minus 9, minus 13. Okay, good. We'll go to some possible questions. Okay, this is 2016 question. Find AB is the question. Can do, right? What's the answer? 2804. So I think these ones you can do, right? And then you want to find X and Y. I don't think this is difficult, right? It's very simple. Only you will have to go through the equations. Can we find the answers? X equals 4 is correct. Y equals Y plus X, 12, yes. Y is 8, right? So that is 2015, 2017 question. We have this AB we need to find. 2018 multiplying and X and Y we need to find. 2019 multiplying, we need to find X only. 2020 we have X and Y, but X is 2 places, you see, X is 2 places. So I think you can do, right? They ask you to find the value of X, then find value of Y. That's how they said. X equals minus 1, see here 2, right? Plus minus 1. That's going to be equal to 1 X, no? The answer here. 2 minus 1 means how much? 1. Y equals means it's going to be 1 plus Y equals to X, right? That means 1, yeah, Y is going to be 0. This side 1 is 0. Right, okay, I will meet on next class.